Diva down. Diva mother effing down. Hello and welcome back to the Raffers Rats podcast with me, Maisie, FL, still me. Yes, I'm still alive, okay? I know that for, 2 weeks maybe? There's been no podcast, okay? Reason for that, I almost died. I can't keep using that excuse. I didn't almost die either. Touch wood. God, I'm just a nervous wreck. Reason being, someone's got it out for me. I don't know if it's someone up there. I don't know if it's someone down here. Not my pants. I don't know if it's someone, an op, an ex-op, a future op, an op in the grass. It could be anyone. But someone's had it out for me and I'm sick and tired of it, okay? I'm calling for action right now. I hate to say this because when people say this in 2025, I'm thinking, damn, that has stayed... What? That is, okay, what is the word? That has stood the test of time. But whoever's got my voodoo doll, I'm desperate now, okay? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I can't take any more, okay? I've had a questionable few weeks. The last time we spoke, the Pope had just died. Okay? So that was pretty awful for everyone involved. The amount of edits I saw of Paddington holding hands with the Queen and the Queen holding hands with the Pope. And now we found out Trisha Paytas is having a little boy. It's the Pope reincarnated, okay? So it's all a bit scary, it's all a bit frightening. So the Pope died, which was a pretty awful ending to April, but before April ended, something else happened. A diva went down. That diva was me. You're looking at her. Because I got into another car accident, okay? At this time, it wasn't my fault. Well, the last times I've had sort of a bit of a wreckage or I've had a bit of jip with my car, it's not been my fault. The one time that was my fault was obviously when I became unconscious whilst driving because I fell asleep. But I don't want to talk about that. Like, not today, okay? We've already dealt with one very sad scenario. Sorry, my brightness is on full. No one's brightness should ever be on full. You know whose brightness is always on full? My brother's. Dad? He best not be having another gyros. Dad? Are you having another gyros? He best not be, because I've only had two and I'd like another gyros. Are you having another gyros? Are you having another pitta? No. Thank God. Pisser, okay. So... Okay, let me set the scene for you. Let me give you a story time of what happened, because I spoke about it a bit in my vlog that I uploaded, but I didn't want to talk about it too much so that I could give you all the hot goss, right? I was driving home from the cinema. This happened a week ago today, right? Driving home from a screening of Is it Coquina? La Coquina? La Coquina. It was bad, okay? It stars Rooney Mara, and I'm not sure of the name of the leading actor, but it was not a good film, okay? It was just absolute batshit bananas bullshit awful crap, okay? It was not good. It was just, I didn't like it at all. And it followed the description of it. I was like, I am gonna love this, because it was like a busy New York City restaurant and loads of stuff goes down during the lunch rush, and there's sort of like a bit of a story between one of the waitresses and one of the cooks, who is Rooney Mara and the leading actor. And I was thinking, this could be awesome. And it had, again, it's another film like Emilia Perez. It was not as bad as Emilia Perez. Nothing will top that. But it had the same problem of, like, the story was a good story, but it was executed so poorly. It was just done so badly. It was ill. It was poorly. It was just not good. And I went to see it with Lara, and she agreed. It was just like, they could have tackled, like, some big issues in that film, one of which being immigration and how people work so hard to get the legal papers and their citizenship and their visas and everything sorted, and like they get used and abused in terms of like workplace, like, that didn't make any sense, but, like, basically, like, how they're promised the dream of, like, the American dream, whatever the fuck that means. Like, ask me if I give a fuck about the American dream. Ask me if I care about God's country. Shut the fuck up, okay? Fucking, anyway. Sorry, I need to watch my F-bombs because it's getting a bit out of hand at the moment. So, especially in front of customers at work. Anyway, I need to write that down. I have to write down everything I'm going to talk about, otherwise I'll forget it. So, something that happened at work, I want to tell you about that. But I can't spell when I'm typing fast. Sorry, I'll just have to guess what that says. So, it was just, it could have had the potential, well, it did have the potential to be really good and, like, touch on these difficult topics to talk about, these awful things that are happening all the time. And it just did a fucking bullshit job. Sorry, I keep going to say something. It did a shit job. Like, it just was shit. It was just bad. And Rooney Mara's acting was great. I love Rooney Mara. I've spoken about it before. Smash. I think she's stunning. I think she's versatile. I think she's great. And it was just not a good film. It was very tense and it was stressing me out. And, like, I know that was kind of, like, the whole point because, like, one of the reviews was, like, it's the bear on steroids or something. So I was expecting, like, I haven't seen the bear, but I've seen clips of the bear. You guys, I can't do this anymore. Like, you know, so I was just a bit like, this is shit. Bath. And I had work the next day at 10 or 9:30. I think I didn't work at 9:30 till 6, ? So I was like, oh, I'm tired. This film wasn't worth coming out for. It was like an explore film as well. They only showed it once for, like, people that, you know, people like me, people that, like, know what movie is. Anyway, so I went to that and then I was like, okay, see you, Lara. See you literally tomorrow for Girl Interrupted because we saw that the next day. Great film. And so we got into our separate cars, went our separate ways. I start driving home and I don't even know what I was listening to, or, like, I was probably talking to myself because, like, I've been doing that since day dot, you know what I mean? And I'm driving down this 40 road, right? And I'm putting my full beams on because there's no one coming the other way. And then I see headlights, so I turn my full beams off. Then I'm going down a straight bit of road and there's an roundabout at the end of this. Sorry, I've cut my finger and now I've got hair from the Grimace chair in it. Lice? I meant nice, okay? So I see that there's a roundabout coming up. And this area, it's an interesting area. This road as well used to be a 60 road. And then the council just absolutely fucking fucked everyone up the arse and made it a 40 road. It does not need to be a 40 road. It could safely be a 60 road if people stuck to 60. But obviously people don't, so that's why they changed it. So I see that there's another car coming, like, the other way. But more importantly, what I see is that there is a lorry stopped stationary in front of me, right? So I'm thinking, I need to slow down because there's a car coming the other way. They have the right of way because the lorry is obstructing my side. Yes, I'm about to get some technical jargon on you. And so I was thinking, everything's fine. I'll slow down. Oh my God, this actually PTSD, okay? I'll slow down. They can come past and then I'll overtake the lorry and keep going home because I'm so close to being home, by the way, like less than 10 minutes, maybe, like, I would say maybe 6 at a push, 7 if I'm really pushing it. So then I slow down and this car is coming past me very fast. Like, why are you coming fast? Literally, like, probably 60 or 70 miles per hour. They're coming so fast and I'm thinking, okay, like, whatever, this is just like some hooligans, some lunatics, like, this is just classic tomfoolery, right? No, because as they drive past me, so I slow down to a halt. As they drive past me, they throw something out of their window, and this car was like a big, like, I don't know if it was a 4x4, but it was like a big 5-door. I think it was a Ford Puma, if my memory serves me correct, which it probably doesn't because I can't remember shit, but, like, it was a big car, it was black, it was like, whatever, and they threw something out, because at first I thought it was the wind, but this was not the wind, because the way whatever they threw shattered my windscreen. That was not wind, that was not a paper. It was not a bag, it was not whatever. It was something that was thrown. at a high speed because the impact of how quickly that got thrown at my windscreen. My windscreen was completely cracked the whole way, all over it. The whole surface area cracked. The impact knocked out my windscreen. And not only that, it wasn't only just cracked, right? There was liquid like all over my windscreen. I don't know words and I get conflicted, okay? I'm sorry. And now I'm gonna yawn. Awesome. Stop yawning, miss. Thank you. God, I sound like I was about to cry. I am. And now I've got something stuck in my teeth. Probably some of my gyro. So there's like liquid all over my windscreen and it's like milky. It looks like a milkshake. And not only that, I've been egged as well. Could you believe that all happened in the same thing? Like the same attack. Egged, milkshaked, and something sharp enough or heavy enough, oh my god, I can't talk, to crack my windscreen. It's because while I talk, I can see the words in my head. So I have to like think of the order of the words, and then sometimes I get confused because I'm doing two things at once, and I can't because I'm not very clever. So it hit my windscreen. I thought it was a brick, but I was like, I would have seen a brick on the floor. Plus, I wasn't even at a halt when they threw it because, sorry, I said I came to a halt. I didn't. They threw it as I was driving past them, like just towards the lorry to stop. Like I'd slowed right down. So I'm actually a little bit lucky because I think I had my like window down, that it didn't hit my head because it could have, because they just threw it as they drove past. And I remember seeing like a white cup on the ground, which, you know what I think it was? A McDonald's milkshake. And I swear to God, if I got assaulted with a Shamrock shake, I will be more than a little bit fuming. I literally didn't know what to do. I didn't cry immediately, which is crazy for me. I was just scared because I was like, my dad is going to be so stressed about this. Like I just knew. I felt it in my heart. I just knew. I was like, okay, cool. This is shit. Is that the dog? I can't tell. Sometimes he just walks in here really quietly, and sometimes he walks in here like all guns blazing, like with his heavy old paws. So, not old. Fucking hell, Maze. Do yourself a favour. So, I think to myself, well, I have to drive home. Like, the crack in my screen was so big, and it was so, like, what is the word? Condensed. Like, the worst of it was directly where I have to look to drive. Like, obviously, you need to look at the whole windscreen, like, all around you. But, like, straight ahead, like, straight in front of me, that is where it was condensed the most, like, damage was done. So I was just looking through the cracks and using my wing mirrors to drive home. Someone came up my ass so quickly as well. I was like holding up my rearview mirror like, who is that? And then they disappeared. It was really eerie, very dystopian, because I love to use that word, as my dad always points out. And then I get home and I'm like, hey, how y'all doing? I've been in an accident. Mm-hmm. Were you in an accident that wasn't your fault? Yes. Well, yes. Yes, I was. And my dad's just like, I will deal with it in the morning. Then my brother is belling my dad's line, and you best believe my dad doesn't take his fucking phone to bed. So I pick up and I'm like, what do you want? Dad is in bed. He's like, oh, I've got a puncture. I was like, we're going to kill him. We're going to fucking kill him. What do you mean you've got a puncture? He's like miles and miles away. So I go and take the fucking phone to me dad to talk to me brother. My other brother, who is now in Disneyland Paris with his girlfriend. So happy that he has a girlfriend. And I like her because guess what? His repertoire of ex-girlfriends. Crazy! And that's coming from me. Like, I hate when a man calls a woman crazy. But woman to woman, they were fucking insane. All of them. Anyway, turns out he was driving around without an MOT. And I've been there when my battery went flat in Brighton, called the AA. They were like, we can't help you. You've had no MOT for almost a year. And I just didn't know. And I never got pulled over. Obviously, my car's MOT'd now. My brother's car's MOT'd now. Because that is some shit the fucking police would pick up on, wouldn't it? Go and fight knife crime. Stop standing there with your fuck-ass speed guns because it's embarrassing. And you never catch the right people. I've been on a speed awareness course. Where is that guy's speed awareness course that hit me with a Shamrock shake? So I called the police because I was like, look, nothing's going to get done about this, but at least if I call them, maybe I could prevent it from happening to someone else. 25 minutes I was on hold for. 25 minutes. I live in Surrey. We all know that knife crime's on the rise. We know that. But fucking hell, like nothing. What are you doing? Okay, whatever. Finally get through. The woman on the phone, she just doesn't sound like she believes me. And I was like, okay, awesome. Awesome. I love being not believed by the police. I was like, look, I don't really know. And like everyone was like, do you have a dash cam? And I was like, no. No, I don't have a dash cam. No, I don't. So now I need to get a dash cam just in case it ever happens again. I fucking hope it doesn't. But my car was off the road for a day and it just felt like the longest day. I don't know how I did almost 3 weeks without a car. That was some of the worst times of my life. Sorry, that sounds so entitled and privileged, and it is. I am very lucky to have a car, but like I rely on that car to get around. Beach Boys, I get around in that car. Round, round, get around, I get around, get around, round, round, I get around, I get around. You know, I get around in that car. I need it. So we were going to go through the insurance, but then my dad just found someone and he was like, look, I've booked your car in tomorrow. Windscreen was repaired. Thanks, Jar. It was all fine, okay? Well, it wasn't fine because I had to fork out my dad had to fork out however much to get it fixed. But it's still just an absolute nightmare. So that happened. Sorry, I'm boring myself, apparently. Good God. God, it's 10 to 9? It's 10 to bloody 9. Why have I opened a new note? I don't want to open a damn new note. Diva down. Come on. So that happened, and then I had a migraine the next day. Because of, like, I guess just the stress, and I was a bit shaken up by it. And then I had to go into work because I couldn't get cover. Yes, and it was so dead, so they sent me home after, like, 2 hours. Had such a bad migraine, I napped it off. And then the next day I started my period. So I think the migraine of the stress and my period teamed up to make one, like, Thanos-level migraine. Fine, I'll do it myself. One Harry Styles playing Thanos' brother once and then never doing it again style migraine. Like, when are they going to pick up on that? Anyway, so that happened, but the next day I went to see Girl Interrupted, and that was litmus. I really enjoyed that film. Angelina Jolie was so good, but any film I watch with Brittany Murphy, I'm just like, life is cruel. Life is cruel, because she was amazing in that film. Another actress that was extremely diverse. Obviously, a lot of people know her for Uptown Girls, but that film, she was amazing in that film. The chicken carcasses, I was like, Guptan guy, Gupta. And the gag is, I would have loved you to show a little bit of humility. Wait, sorry, I'm trying to do the Kiki Palmer, but the gag is, and I can't remember. I'll recite quotes that I'm like, oh, that quote's funny, and then I'll say it wrong. I do that all the time, and it's so embarrassing, especially when people clock it. Some people just let bygones be bygones. They let it be. But not everyone. Not everyone. Anyway. So that happened. Just, it's been a lot. But I will tell you something. I've been watching a lot of films. I've been watching so many films recently. I went to see Revenge of the Sith at the cinema. I've seen Sinners twice. I see that Coquina one. Girl Interrupted, I saw Thunderbolts, and I'm going to talk to you all about them all. Okay, I'm getting so pissed off at myself. Why can't I talk? I'm trying to think of any other highlights that have happened. I think they're all about films pretty much, apart from one of them says compliment at work. The compliment at work, this changed the trajectory of my day. And I would also dare say my life. I was walking around work and I wasn't feeling litty because I was wearing light trousers and they were very see-through. I had white pants on, but I was on my period, but I had to wear light trousers, like really light material, because it was so hot. It was so warm. And I was thinking, I look like shit. I feel like shit. Everything's shit. And then I walked past this man and he goes to me, can I just say, I love your look? And I was like, oh, thank you. Thinking he meant my tattoos, because that's what people normally mean. He was like, you know, your body look, like your tattoos are amazing. And I was like, thank you. Like, I really appreciate that. And then he went, and your facial look. He was like, you're just really pretty. I was like, what the fuck? No one knows how much I needed that. Like, some days I'm just like, you are the ugliest bastard to ever walk this earth. How does that feel? And then other days I'm like, you are one of a kind, beautiful, magnetic, shot of espresso, kind, amazing, beautiful, fat, juicy legs, not bum. I can't even lie and say bum. Like, you've just got it all apart from a bum. But those days are very, very sparse at the moment. So that compliment at work really did change a lot, because I was like, if this random man can see it, and it wasn't in a creepy way either, because when I told someone, they were like, was it weird? Like, was he like really old? I was like, he was older than me, but he wasn't creepy. He was sat with a woman. I don't know if it was his daughter or like a friend or a girlfriend. I don't know. Like, I don't know his life, but all I know is that he complimented me to the high gods, and now I felt like I was high on a cloud, and he tipped me. And then that day, my boss posted a picture of me on the Facebook page, and there was an anonymous person commenting, love the tattoos this lovely lady served me earlier today. So I'm not sure if he's now anonymously stalking me, but, you know, I'll take the £3 that I got tipped, and I'll take the compliment. So don't hate me because you ain't me. Anyway, let's move on to films, because we've had like no film talk in the last few episodes because I've not been watching films, but I'm back on it, and I am deep back into my sort of wanting to watch Marvel phase. I started watching the Marvel films in 2021 because Lara watched them all, and I wanted to know what was going on, and I thought a lot of the people in the films were attractive. Okay, get over it. Like, I like to watch films with attractive people. Sue me. So, like, there's so many films that if I didn't find one of the people in it attractive, I would have hated it way more than I did. One of them was The Guilty, I think it's called. It's got Jake Gyllenhaal in it, and it's just based in one room in a police like station. If it wasn't Jake Gyllenhaal in that film, I would have completely hated it. I didn't love it, even with him in it. It wasn't because of his acting. I just found it quite like stale and stagnant. But him being in it, I still rated it 3 stars. So that is pretty privilege for you on a plate. Pretty privilege on a plate. You're welcome. So I'm back in my Marvel phase, because I'm just like, I didn't watch anything from Endgame until Thunderbolts, so I've not seen anything between them. None of the films, none of the series. Like, to reel off a few: Hawkeye, WandaVision. I didn't even watch Endgame, Ant-Man and the Wasp, any of the new Captain Americas, other ones that came out after. I don't think I've seen the second Black Panther, but that is because I know how much it will hurt, because I loved the first Black Panther. So I haven't been watching any Marvel shit. So I went to see Thunderbolts not knowing anything. Okay, I hadn't watched Black Widow. I have watched it now, but we'll get into that. So I went into it like not knowing anything. Oh my god, what did I come out of it knowing? I would hit every Juno position one after the other on Sebastian Stan if I had the chance. That was my review of Thunderbolts. It was litmus. It was so much fun. I loved David Harbour. I think he was a great casting choice. But I will say, because me and Lara were talking about it, why did they cast, especially Black Widow as well? Because after Thunderbolts, I was like way back into my Marvel phase, and me and Lara watched Black Widow the other day, which I thought was a really good film. 2.9 average score on Letterboxd. Let's be fucking for real. I think Captain Marvel is 1.9. Why do you hate women? You just hate a film that's about a woman. Like, some of the shit, dog shit fucking, like the first Thor or the second Thor. You liked that? You rated that higher than Captain Marvel? Yeah, just say you're a misogynist anyway. So, and like, people are like, it was objectively a bad film. No, it wasn't. I loved Captain Marvel. I thought that was a good film. But whatever. I didn't see Thor Love and Thunder either, but obviously not. Obviously, Natalie Portman. I would watch it for her. Anyway, so I watched Black Widow. So good. Saw it good. I love Florence Pugh, but also, like I was about to say, and I got fucking distracted by myself, Why did you have a group of Russian spies speaking in thick Russian accents in English to each other? That doesn't make any sense. Any sense. And there weren't great Russian accents. Obviously, I don't know Russian accents that well. If you didn't know, Lara, my best friend, she's half Russian. So I've heard her speak Russian, so I know what a Russian accent should sound like. And like my friend Sophia, she's Bulgarian, so like they speak a bit of Russian as well. Like a lot of Bulgarians do because they're quite close, I think. Did I pull that out of my ass? Maybe. So like I feel like I know what a good-ish Russian accent sounds like, but then obviously I'm not Russian, so when I watch it with Lara, she can be like, that's a shit Russian accent, and I will know that that's a shit Russian accent coming from a Russian person, right? David Harbour, his accent was fine. I just thought he was a great choice for it. Rachel Weisz, obviously she didn't come back for Thunderbolts, and I don't know if she'll come back to the Marvel like universe at all, but I thought Florence Pugh was a really fun choice, and she's a great actress. And I thought Black Widow was such a great film. I thought it had really good like in-depth storytelling, and I just really liked it. So I don't know why everyone hated on that film. Also, Scarlett Johansson had been in the MCU from the beginning. She deserved her own film. Anyway, sorry, me trudging up a film from 4 years ago. But Thunderbolts was really good. I enjoyed it. I thought the premise was good, but then also the one thing I didn't like about it is they introduced this fuck-ass random character, Bob. What's your name? B.O.B. So they're calling you Bob. Like, and we're supposed to care that much about him. Like, and like, spoiler alert, the whole thing is that he's depressed, okay? Been there, Bob. I'm with you on that one. But like, I feel like they could have used that film to explore more of Yelena's background, or like, Yelena, it's me, it's Mama. And the whistle. Don't get me started because I was crying. Someone said, oh, I didn't find Black Widow emotional. Okay, see someone about that. Anyway, so I feel like they could have just, I don't know, the random new character. Also, they could have made that character a woman. I know they wouldn't have, but like, I was available. I was there. And I just thought, you know what? If all else fails, Sebastian Stan looked so good in that film. Like, so good. Like, oh, holy moly mackerel. Holy moly me oh my. So delicious. My review did pop off as well. I got like 7 likes. So I'm Letterboxd famous. Yay! What else did I say? I said nothing will top the 2010 Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like, nothing will top that for me. Watching all those films for the first time, goosebumps, and then me and Lara rewatched Age of Ultron the other day. Oh my shart. I don't know what it was. Age of Ultron isn't my favourite Marvel film. Okay, I just want to put that out there. I also hate the sort of like Natasha Hulk storyline, like whatever. But the goosebumps I got when they worked together as a team, and the slow-mo action shots. Also, when they introduce Wanda, like, do not mess with that bitch. Like, that's not just some bitch. That's a bitch with a backstory. Like, so good. That nothing will top that. My favourite Marvel films, I wrote them down. My favourite Marvel films are Doctor Strange. His first film. I don't think... Is there a second one? Because I don't think I've seen it. Or maybe I have. But the first Doctor Strange... so unbelievably good. Not because I just love Benedict Cumberbatch. I love him, especially in Sherlock. But that story was so good. The look of that film, so good. And Tilda Swinton, amazing. But not just that. Rachel McAdams. One thing about me I don't play about that girl. Woman. I don't play about her. I love Rachel McAdams. Like, oh my god. And I loved her in that film. Thor Ragnarok. That is a comfort watch. Okay, I get it. It's 9:00. That is a comfort watch for me. I love Thor Ragnarok. It's just so good. It's a perfect in-between of like drama and comedy. I love Tom Hiddleston as well. And also, this is going to sound really mean, but it was one of the only films that's like not got like a love story like in the middle of it. Because obviously he's already with fucking Natalie Portman. But it's like, it's not like the focus of that film. Like, I know that the love interest is never the main focus, but like there's always one there, and it's just a bit like, oh, fucking give it a rest. So I like that that's not it in Thor Ragnarok. Black Panther. Are you shitting me? I love that film. That film gives me goosebumps, and when All the Stars plays, I cry. Chadwick Boseman, oh, I literally can't even talk about it. The ending as well, when they're on the basketball court. Yeah, I'll throw up. I'll vomit all over the floor. Like, I will. Okay? Leave it be. Also, Captain America the Winter Soldier. I think Sebastian Stan had like 8 minutes of screen time, and he stole that show. Also, a film which, like Natasha Romanoff. Hi guys, I watch Marvel. Was at the focus of. Yes, awesome sauce. I just find Captain America really annoying because he's so righteous. Anyone else? Loved the first Iron Man. And what's the other film I really liked? Black Widow. Black Widow baby. Like, come on now. I just think so good. So, back in my Marvel phase, tomorrow I'm going to Lara's and we're watching Eternals because I never saw that one either. I do need to just watch all of them since Endgame, and I probably should watch Endgame, but I won't because I know what happens and I just don't want to deal with the heartache. But like, I just know that I'm not going to enjoy them as much because they're not as on top as that era of Marvel. Sorry, literally being such a nerd, but okay, that's my truth. I also have been watching like other just crazy random films. Inglourious Bastards, I watched that for the first time with Alan. Buongiorno. I thought that was such a good film. I don't know about Brad Pitt's morals. I don't know him as a person, but I think he is a fantastic actor. And kind of lame. Okay, whatever. But like, he was so good in that film. That cast was great as well. I can't believe, who is it? Michael Fassbender? Like, I never say that right. He was in Black Bag. Is that him? Michael Fassbender? Fassbender. Sorry, not funny. But he was in that film. Like, there was so many just fun people in that film. Well, not fun, but like, you know what I mean. Like, there was good actors in it, and I just thought the film was good. And like, I haven't seen all of Tarantino's films. I've seen obviously like Pulp Fiction. I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which I do want to rewatch, but I do remember not loving it and thinking it was really long. But then again, I haven't watched it in ages, so maybe I should rewatch it. But I thought Inglourious Basterds was really good. I saw Pride and Prejudice for the first time in the cinema. Amazing. You have bewitched me body and soul. Okay. Take it easy, White Chocolate. So good. Rosamund Pike. That's all I could think about in that film. Like, yes, I know that there's yearning and whatnot. She is so leng. And like, I know they kept, like, if I was one of 4 sisters, that is another piece of media that makes me want a sister or 4. But if I was one of 4 sisters and my parents were constantly like, yeah, she, not me, is the pretty one, they'd have a virgin suicides on their hand because, what the fuck? I'm a pretty one. I'm a pretty princess. Do you know what I mean? So good. So good. Loved the look of it. Loved the feel of it. Loved the vibes. Bloody fucking, what's his name? President Snow being in it. Hello. Jenna being in it. They collabed long before. And I also always forget, I've been rewatching Arrested Development. I love Arrested Development so much. I think it's one of my favourite programmes. Jason Bateman. Smash! But who else would I smash from that show? Guess. Will Arnett. I would smash Will Arnett. I think he is leng. I'm sorry, I don't know what it is about him. Maybe it's his character. Maybe it's just Job. I think he's so leng. When he comes on screen, I'm like, oh, hot damn. Hot dog. Like, I think he's leng. Sorry. But what was I even saying? Jason Bateman and Michael Cera being in the same TV show as father and son, and then in Juno together. So random. So weird. I forgot where I've got up to on my list of things to tell you about. New tattoo. I got a new tattoo. I got a Build-A-Bear frog tattoo the other day, and I love it. Wait, how long have I been filming for? 35 minutes. Good God, didn't think I'd been filming that long. Sorry, literally don't know where that came from. Oh God, I actually just feel like it's the nighttime now. One day, one of these days, and it's going to be soon, just to warn you, I'm going to talk about how much I love the nighttime. Not now. I know it sounds like I'm about to. I do love the nighttime. Oh my God, sorry, interject. Call Me By Your Name is being shown in a cinema in London. You best believe I have checked if I'm working that day, seen that I'm not, and bought a ticket. If they hear me weeping in whatever row I decide to sit in, I say bought a ticket. I haven't yet, but I'm going to. So, okay, get off my dick. Whatever row I'm in, let's say, for example, row H. When you hear blubbering coming from row H, you can be confident that it's me. I will be crying the whole way through. That film makes me cry so much. Armie Hammer being in a random cameo in Arrested Development. What the F? What the Ellie? What the L? What the hell? What the helly? Like, it was just so random. I was thinking, you look so young. He looks really weird now. He looks like he's had like a skin graft, which is not like, I'm not being like mean or derogatory, but like, that's just what it looks like. Anyway, sorry, like, I'm not trying to like eat him up, but eat him up! Ha! Because he's a cannibal! I'll eat you up whenever you tell me I'm pretty. There is a gay list at my work, and Your Love Is My Drug is on it, and every time it comes on I just think of me making a TikTok. So I got a question. Do you want to have a slumber buddy in my basement? Do I make your heart beat like an 808 drum? Is my love your drug? Question mark. Your drug? Question mark. Your drug? Question mark. Anyway, sorry. So yeah, Call Me By Your Name being shown in the cinema, amazing. Also, work has cucked me because the other day they did a double feature of Scooby-Doo 1 and Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed, and I wasn't able to go because I had to work. A moment that felt like Hosier's yell. You know, it was so sad. I wanted to go so badly. Double feature on 30mm. Are you sharding me? Bloody fuming I couldn't go. Anyway, what else was I saying? I literally can't remember. Rewatching Arrested Development. I watched Sinners, amazing. Cinema, best review of that was glad to see Michael A. Jordan getting some work. I just thought it was so good. Like, oh my God, talk about black excellence. Like, the director of that directed Black Panther and Creed. I've never seen Creed, so I can't talk about that. But that film was so good. The music in that film and the look of that film. Every film should just look like that. Like, the crispness. I was watching it and I was like, I want to bite you. Bite you. Vampires. Oh, Jack O'Connell. I've had a crush on Jack O'Connell for so long. When I watched Skins for the first time, I had a crush on him and Freddie. And I have edits saved from like 2016 of Jack O'Connell. I'm going to see if I can find any and put them on my story. When this episode comes out, I'm going to find an edit of Jack O'Connell and put it on my story. And you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll probably be thinking, if you haven't watched this episode, you'll be thinking, what the hell? Where the hell? Where the hell aren't they? But if you've watched this episode, you'll know. Anyway. It was so good. Sinners was so good. I said, like the little like things that you notice, especially on like second watch. Smoke not being able to roll cigarettes without stack. Annie saving everyone and how smart she was. Like, she literally knew from the beginning that they were like something supernatural, and then she worked out so quickly it was vampires and made everyone eat garlic. Like, I'm sorry, I would not do that. Like, I would literally just be like, let them just take me, because I'm sorry, I'm not smart enough to stay in here. Like, I do not have the upper body strength to put a fucking wooden spear through someone's heart. Like, I'm queasy. I would have been vomiting. I would have been throwing up. Slim was my favourite character. I just thought he was so cute. And when everyone started calling him drunk, I was like, guys, read the room. Like, he's just hit. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. You know, the music scene. Oh my God, the music sequence and the shooting sequence at the end, literally breathtaking. When he starts shooting at the end, okay, sorry, if you didn't realise by now, spoilers, but like when he starts shooting them, when they come onto his property, I was literally like gooped and gagged. And just like how clever it was, like the beginning of the film, Sammy has one style of hat on like Stack, and at the end of the film, he has a hat on like Smoke, or the other way around. Just like goes to show like the progression, and again the fact that Smoke couldn't roll cigarettes without Stack, and like he just gives up doing it. And then when he sees Annie and she has his baby, and he's like, going to hold her, and she's like, you can hold her when you put that cigarette out. I don't want all that smoke getting on her, and his gangster name being Smoke. And it's like, I don't want your awful like persona demeanor to like impact her. I want like the authentic real you, which was Elijah. That is called cinema. Sorry, I literally okay nerd, but literally oh my god. And the Sinners edits on par with Challengers, may I say, obviously two very different films. The Challengers editors, yes, I know, they are being fed like different shit, like different gravy, but the Sinners ones, give them a little run for their money, like, loves it. What else did I say? Oh, I got a new tattoo. I forgot to even finish what I was saying about that. I got a new tattoo. I got a Build-A-Bear frog, of course. And then I vlogged it, and Build-A-Bear haven't commented. They commented on my last two videos about Build-A-Bear. What are we playing at, guys? Stop playing hard to get. Let me get my grubby little paws on you. Please. Look how many fucking frogs I have. I need you guys. Please. Weird dreams. I had a dream that I was cheating on Michael with a girl, and then she got pregnant, and then made me swear that I would help her look after it. I spoke about it in my vlog, but I literally was like, what? Like, I thought we just bonked once. Like, okay, sister, like, I don't want much. I don't want to do any of this. And then I woke up and I was like, I'm an awful person. And then I was like, wait, that was my dream. I was in your dream. My period kicked my ass this month. I had such bad cramps, and it literally was Black Widow, the Red Room down there. Like, you opened up the floodgates, just so much red. It was, oh my god, it was literally disgusting. I also wrote, there was a man at work the other day that said he was going to London to see Michael Jackson. I said, what do you know that I don't? Is he still with us? I was so scared of Michael Jackson growing up. I was so scared of the Thriller music video that the boy that oh my god, I had the biggest crush on this boy in primary school, and then it went up to secondary school. And he came around my house because his mum was a hairdresser. She came to cut our hair, and we were sat next to each other in such close proximity. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I can't believe I'm talking about this. And he went to put the Thriller music video on, and I slapped the laptop closed, and it was the first ever type of MacBook, you know, the really thick white MacBooks. I was like, quickly slap that shut. I was so scared of that music video. It came on once at a Halloween party. I cried and ran outside. Like, I was so scared of that music video. I was so scared of witches growing up, which is why I never watched anything with witches. Wizard of Oz, Snow White, any Disney film that had a witch in it. I would, like, if I was watching it with my childhood best friend, her mum would be like, Maisie, close your eyes, and she would like hold my ears shut for the whole time that the witch was on screen, or she'd fast forward. She was like my second mum growing up. I would always have chicken goujons and hot Ribena at her house in a Wallace and Gromit mug, the Gromit mug that like his nose turns red when he gets warm. Oh my god, take me back to the day we first met, please. Oh god, those were the days. Littlest pet shops, wanting Sylvanian families. I went into the Entertainers Day, no Littlest pet shops in sight. I thought, this is fucked. And there's Cocomelon everywhere. Take me back to simpler times. Sorry. Another thing, I've seen an influx of ugly men having beautiful girlfriends. It makes me feel sick. When a beautiful woman gets with an ugly man, an angel dies. And that is just facts. That is the honest, cold, hard truth. And we all need to start remembering that your ugly ass are killing angels. So stop. Stop bringing a beautiful woman down. Male loneliness epidemic. Ask me if I give a fuck. No, I don't care. Whenever I see stuff like, oh, men, look into this, look into that, men this, men that. Oh, shut up. Oh, shut up. Actually, one man I do care about, apart from my dad and my brothers at times, and Michael's alright, Usain Bolt. I used to be obsessed with Usain Bolt, and I was like, I had a real fixation on not understanding how he could run that fast, and then I saw an edit of him, and it made me emotional. What the fuck is wrong with me? Like, I don't know what it is about him, but I'm just like, you are crazy. You're crazy. Like, you are nutty. Like, the way you run that fast, and then, like, I think about Mo Farah, and the only thing I think when I think of Mo Farah is corn mince. Sorry, I don't think of anything else. I think of corn mince, and I hate mince. So now I have this like weird association of mints with Mo Farah, and I didn't like Mo Farah because I hate mints, and I want to apologise, Mo Farah, because you're probably way more than corn mints, but right now, that's all I'm seeing you as. Should we work it out on the remix? Yay or nay? Also, at work yesterday, someone checked an ID, and the girl I was working with, she was like, oh my god, that girl was born in 2006, like, that's crazy. And I was like, wait, what year were you born? And she goes, 2005. She's 19 this year. Or 20 this year. She's 20 this year, because it's 2025. I was thinking, oh my god, you're born in 2005? I'm a fossil. Cool. I'm a fossil. Cool. They're going to try and poach me for the Natural History Museum soon. What do you mean you were born in 2005? And I hate when people do that. You know, I hate when people say about the 90s. But, like, now, everyone I work with is either 17, 18, or 19. So, it just blurs my mind. I'm like, did you guys have milkshake? Did you have more milkshake? Yes or no? Because I'm scared you didn't. And I'm scared if you did, you didn't have the goated shows. One of the shows that was so goated was the one about the fairies that lived in, like, the tree. I can't ever remember what it's called. And every time I tell my mum, she's like, I don't remember it. And then I'll show her a picture and she's like, of course I remember that. That show was so goated, but it was never on enough. Anyway, sorry, had to get that off my chest. Another work interaction that work last night was literally hellish. These people ordered, like, eggs on toast, and I think they wanted 2 eggs per slice of toast, and my friend at work messed up and only put 1 on each. Like, not even messed up, like, just common accident. She took over the food to them, and before she could even put it down, the man, obviously an older man, went, what have you done? And the wife was on the phone, and she went like this. She went, sorry, get me your manager now. Like, not sorry to my friend, sorry to the person on the phone. She was like, get me your manager now. And, like, they offered to sort it out. They were like, no, what is wrong with you? We just want a refund. I can't actually imagine ever speaking to someone who is working and, like, doing me a service like that. Like, I can't imagine talking to them like that. Like, the other day I was impatient whilst waiting for my chips at KFC, but, like, I would never start a fight, start a fucking riot over some shit like that. Like, oh my god, it actually makes me a bit scared. Also, I fancy Daniel Day-Lewis. What about that? They're showing Phantom Thread at the Prince Charles Cinema. Gonna go watch that. You know I'm gonna go watch that. Also, I'm going on holiday in 2 weeks. So excited. Can't stop spending money, though. It's a little bit of a problem, I guess. Anyway, to finish this episode off, I'm going to speak to you about my thoughts on Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, because watching that in the cinema, there are so many things to say, because the dialogue, the script, quite rigid in places, but there are so many other things that when I've rewatched it now, like, I think I've rewatched it twice? I can't remember. The edits that came from that film, I will thank God for every day. I have a folder on TikTok dedicated to it. Devil's Advocate by The Neighborhood. That's how I found that song. It was from an edit of Anakin. Hayden Christensen. One chance. Hayden Christensen. Sebastian Stan. That's my dream 2-man at the moment. That is my dream 2-man. Anyway, Star Wars thoughts. The air traffic. Oh my god, the air traffic there must be fucking crazy. There are just so many planes and droids and other things flying about. I wore my Anakin Skywalker top to work, and it was so busy, and someone stopped me, this couple, and went, do you want to buy some death sticks? And I thought they were offering me, like, drugs, and I was like, sorry, I don't know what that is. And then the guy went, look at your shirt, and I was like, look, I'm the girlfriend of a nerd, okay? I'm not a nerd myself. Like, I am a nerd about some things, but I'm not a Star Wars nerd. I'm sorry, I've not seen all 3,000 Disney Plus series about fucking Star Wars. I've no idea what you're talking about. And I was also so, like, I was not in a good mood because I was, like, rushing around at work. And then I was just like, I'm sorry, I'm so embarrassed. And I just ran off. God. Anyway. Yeah, the air traffic there, crazy. Next, how did no one know that Anakin and Padme were together? They did not make it discreet. When she's waiting for him, when he gets back from his mission, like, we see you, girl. You're not invisible. Like, And, like, everyone knew, like, and we know he fucks you. Like, we know that. They share a flat or a flat. That is me trying to search up when Anakin's birthday was after watching the first film because I wanted to know what star sign he was. And it was like, this shit ain't real. This shit ain't fucking real. Like, they had a house together. Like, did Jar Jar not tell anyone? Like, R2-D2? Like, what do you mean no one knew? Like, everyone knew. Come on now. If they had included Annie so much, could have been avoided. That made no sense. Okay, cool. If they had included Annie, so much could have been avoided. Did I say that properly? I don't know. Like, why didn't you just let him go on one of the missions? I know you didn't think he was strong enough. I know that you saw that there was maybe like a bit of like a meh, but like, come on now. He fucking killed you. I can't remember what his name was. The guy that Samuel L. Jackson plays. Like, you were kind of harsh on him, but then also he was kind of whiny. Anakin was always like, they don't trust me. Like, boy, you're so young. You're so young. Like, go into modelling for a bit, then come back. Like, you can be a Jedi anytime. Do you know what I mean? And also, like, being a Jedi is like being the Pope. You can't fuck. You can't get married. You can't have a fucking kid. Come on now. How are we going to make more little Jedis? Do you know what I mean? Anyway, whatever. Oh, I'd still hit that when he's half melted. I had to include that. Like, when he's melting, it is hard for me to look at him, but I was also like, you are Hayden Christensen at the end of the day, and I would smash. Smash or pass. Smash. 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 10 times smash. I said God saw men... What? God saw what men do and sent Hayden Christensen as an apology. I don't know if he's a good person, like, morally. I don't know him, believe it or not. Ripley's believe it or not. I don't know Hayden Christensen personally. But he is so leng. I'm sorry. Like, he is so leng. So is Natalie Portman. If my face was that symmetrical and, like, petite, I don't think I'd ever complain again. But then again, when my car was, like, fucked, I said when my car gets fixed, I'll never complain again. And all I do is complain. So, you can't take my word for that. Ewan McGregor. Is that his name? No. His name is not Ewan McGregor. What is his name? Ewan. Is it McGregor? It is. Ewan. It is Ewan McGregor. I don't know why I didn't trust myself. Ewan McGregor was acting his socks off. You were supposed to destroy the Sith, not join it. Is that what he says? You were supposed to bring balance to the Force. You are my brother, Anakin. Like, oh my god. And when he is stood there on that fucking ship, and he's like, you brought him here to kill me. And Ewan McGregor is literally just stood like the man emoji. That makes me laugh every time. Like we cannot be serious right now. Padme is always doing the most with her outfits. Like, she is always dressed up to the nines. Like, my girl was like 9 months pregnant and she was still serving looks, and like she was acting her socks off as well. Oh god. I said Yoda was always talking in riddles and eating everyone up. Like, balance to the Force he'll bring. Okay, we heard you, little green man. Don't hurt the matcha chocolate. Don't hurt the matcha chocolate. Okay, Dubai chocolate. Like, he was fighting for his life, and then he was like, wait, I'm gonna go into hiding. Wait, where's this? Where's the halfway house in this galaxy? Let's go. Also, how did no one know that Palpatine was Darth Sidious? I'm sorry, that is bullshit. In the holograms, you could tell it was him. The same voice, the same fuck-ass attitude, the same, like, wishy-washiness. He, like, you know. How did you not know? I'm sorry, if that happened to me, if I was that stupid, like, I was saying the other day to people at work, like, people I work with, I was like, the thing about stupid people is that it is not painful for anyone but them. No, it's not painful for them. It's painful for everyone around them. Because you think if they were intelligent, they would not know what to do with it because they're so used to being stupid, and it's painful for everyone around them, but they don't have to feel that pain. And they would probably be scared if they were smart. So if that was me and I just didn't work out that Palpatine was Darth Sidious, I'd be like, fucking hell. Like, I need to read a book. I need to read a fucking book. And last but not least, the transitions between scenes. Oh my god. Was Revenge of the Sith edited on Windows Movie Maker, yes or no? Because that is exactly the sort of transitions I used in my lip balm collection when I was 13. I do need to react to some of my old videos that I've got privated. A lot of them I deleted because I was too self-aware and too self-conscious as a child, because I would like make videos, delete them, write a diary, pull out the pages, throw them away, because I used to get so embarrassed. Like, I got secondhand embarrassment from myself, which is why I have nothing to look back on. Because I'll look back on stuff. Like, I read a diary entry when I was really emotional the other day, and I was like, cringe! That's cringe. That is cringe! But yeah. Anyway. How long have I been filming now? 56 minutes. Time flies when you're having fun. I think that's everything. I have to say. Sorry about my little hiatus. You know, it literally, like, you can't do much about it these days, because the thing is as well with me is, like, if I'm not feeling it, I can't force it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just not going to happen. So, with that being said, I'm back, I think. We'll see. Well, let's just hope that no one hits my fucking windscreen again. Because when I say this diva was down, she was so down. But we're back. Maybe. I guess. Who knows? But I'll see you in the next one, whenever that may be. Love you all. Stay safe. And do not, and I repeat, do not throw shamrock shakes or eggs at someone while they're driving. It's not nice, it's not cool, and it's not funny. And also, if you vape, try and stop. Okay? Love you. Bye. Au revoir. Try and stop vaping, you will.